everybody who's come to La Grostal has left something behind, and it has deepened our existence over there, and has made it into a richer place to come.
I'm going to talk with Beer Bergman about her purpose in life. What drove her to France and start a lifelong hospitality project where people can spend their holidays on a campground with a graveyard. Beer, you came to France, started a lifetime hospitality project where people can spend their holiday on a campground with a graveyard.
Yeah.
What drives you to do this?
We found this place in 1992.
Yeah.
And discovered on the premises a graveyard of Protestant people who didn't have a right to be buried on sacred ground, because this is a territory with that is marked by religious disputes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, I found this graveyard, and all my life I thought, where do I want to be buried? Strange thought, but it really bothered me. So when I came here, I thought, oh, at least, this is settled. I know there's a place that will take me in.
Mm-hmm.
Can blend with this place.
But why did the question where you want to be buried startled you?
I think this came from when I was 6 years old, and my best friend was, we always walked to school together. Mm-hmm. And home together. And one day I was feeling sick, and my teacher brought me home on her bike. Mm-hmm. And we saw a whole lot of people gathered around, 2 cars. And 2 of the friends that I walked school and home with had an accident, and one died. Whoa. The other one had been in coma for 6 months. And I started out my career as a painter. And I've always painted, about death and rebirth. And when I found this place here in France, and I said to myself, well, this is settled, and this is where I want to blend into its history, it gave me an enormous feeling of, I want to live.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It drives me, It is a very creative force that drives me in all the projects that we undertake.
Wow.
In wanting to do it, at its utmost, to live it fully.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yes, indeed, we have a campground now. And here you can camp, put up your tent in front, before or beyond the graveyard.
Yeah. Wow.
And yes, we have had some people who were a little bit startled by it, but only once that somebody was really, didn't feel happy with it.
Yeah.
Most people feel it as indeed a very natural life and death. The death is part of this life.
There are no ghosts.
I don't think so. I haven't seen them. But we named our youngest daughter after one of the girls that was buried, who didn't live. I've always thought, if I get another child, I hope it's going to be a girl, and a girl who will fully live. Wow. Well, she fully lives. 16 years old right now. She is fully alive.
So, but why did you came to France and start this place?
I studied at the Gerrit Rietveld Academy. Mm-hmm. And then I did a semester in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So me and my first husband, we organized our lives over there. And then we came back to Holland. And my very first impression was like, everything is the same here.
Yeah.
Everything is, there is no singularity. it's all we all have to be the same in order to be able to live together.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this is true, and by all means, I mean, the Dutch are normal people because they're the one of the happiest people in the world. I'm the one who's strange, huh? It's not a judgment. It's it's a story about how I didn't feel fit in,
Yeah.
and I just didn't really feel at home anymore. And also, I wanted to be more autonomous,
Yeah.
and I wanted to have a place of my own that I could, really take it and form it
Yeah. Yeah.
and make things emerge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just having a studio,
Yeah.
sitting in the studio and produce artwork. Perhaps good work, perhaps not good work, who knows? It was not that my career was not taking off. It was okay,
Yeah.
I was earning money and having exhibitions and winning prizes and all that. It's just that I thought, I think I have to do something else.
Yeah.
And I want to be more in contact with life, in a sense.
Yeah.
And be able to see what happens. So that when by the age of 55, I'll be able to go back to my studio again because I'll have a whole lot of things to talk about, to speak, to tell,
Yeah.
You need input. You need input.
Okay, so you wanted to create a place
To paint.
to paint.
In the first, and to live from the place.
What is the dream you have with this place?
To make it a place in which we can realize things, and in which people can come and be themselves.
Yeah.
That's important for us.
Yeah.
Because I've lived through quite a difficult situation some years ago, which made me think about what does it mean to be not from here.
Okay.
And which started a whole range of thoughts and investigations into what hospitality is. The word in French for guest and for host is the same word, hôte. And hôte is as much the one who is receiving as the one who is received. Like we are receiving you in our place, but you are receiving us in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my idea is that hospitality is not about liking people to come or about liking the people who come as a condition or a conditional thing, but it's unconditional in the sense that if they come, you like them. And that is a ongoing process of being able to receive fully. Sometimes we're very close with people, sometimes we're not at all, and it's all okay.
I hear you talking about allowing and also about receiving. Are these themes in your life which are important?
Yeah, well, it's the reciprocity of the receiving that is important, because I think that in the connection, things can grow. It's the connection between the receiving and the giving part. How do you say that? The receiving and the visiting part that can foster new ideas or new roads to take. So, yeah, I think, let's put it differently. I may be a control freak, but I'm also very much into, let's see what happens. Time does a good thing.
So what do you want to leave behind in the world?
Good question. Insights.
Yeah.
A better understanding of the world. I think we are in a difficult transitional situation. And I feel I have to question mainstream thinking. When I was a painter, I wanted to be able to understand the world and give form to it and make sure that other people would question more.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I am trying to do right now, is trying to to make people question more their um, uh, their lives, their convictions, and try to look differently at the world. You know, you take an angle, you look at something, and it is worthwhile looking at it from a different angle. What would I like to leave behind? Good memories for people.
Yeah.
You know, they will think, oh, we had such a good time at La
Yeah.
Grostal.
Yeah.
And I do always say everybody who's come to La Grostal has left something behind, and it has deepened our existence over there, and uh, has made it into a richer place to come.
And what is the biggest insight you've had in your life?
Oh, then I'm very small.
Yeah.
In the course of history, there's some things that I learned in French. In France, I learned definitely to think c'est la vie,
Yeah.
to have a certain form of acceptance
Mm-hmm.
of things, whereas a Dutch person would want to do things. And I'm more like, okay, well, you know, this happens. What could it mean to me?